Hi everyone, welcome back. Have you ever experienced this feeling? Every time when we finish a TV show, or when we finish a book, or after a big examination, that we feel actually quite uneasy because we don't know what to do with ourselves. And the reason for that is when we were watching the TV show or when we were preparing for the exam, we were so invested that it felt like the most important thing in our life. So when that thing went away, we're left with a big space of emptiness that we don't know how we can fill again. And I have come to realize that that happens to be the kind of relationship a lot of us have with our jobs. We spend most of our time at work. We usually have no time after work for our friends or family, or even for ourselves. The very little time that we do have, we don't have energy for anything else. All we want to do is go home and sit on the couch and maybe play with our phones or watch some TVs or movies. Even though we know there are other things we would like to do, for example, like learning English. But we can't seem to ever find time for that. Work is our life. And more often than not, our happiness depends on our salary and promotion. But we know as well, there's always more money and higher positions. Where is the end to everything? I was in a cycle like this for the most part of my adult life. I always want to be better. I always want to challenge myself. I always go after the opportunities to better myself at work. Because at work, I felt valued. I felt appreciated. I felt that finally I could do something that could prove myself to everyone else. So I prioritized work over almost everything else in my life. I really wanted to make more money because I believe that the more money I make, the more valuable I must be to my company, to my family, to myself. But I've never stopped to take a second and ask, why? Why am I doing this? Why do I have to work that hard to sacrifice my health, to sacrifice my personal relationships, and to get where? What if I get to the top? What's going to happen next? The more time I invested in my work, the more anxiety and panic I started to feel. Now, I'm not trying to say that work is not important or working hard is not necessary. I'm a strong believer in hard work, and I do believe that work can help us realize our self-worth. And we do need money to live. Money is essential. But how much money do we need? It used to be, for me, the more, the merrier. Hence my endless chase after more money, better job, higher position. But was I really sure that that was what I needed? Or was I simply trying to do what everyone else was doing, thinking that I had got it? I had found the truth to life. A lot of things happened to people these past few years, especially with the pandemic and people losing jobs, and things changed. And whenever changes happen, they get us to think. For me, it was more the change of jobs. They allow me to take some time and reflect on everything. And a realization hit me earlier this year. All the ridicule that I had to tolerate, all the office politics that I was stuck in, none of it was worth it. No benefit or salary was worth my sanity. No job is that good that I'm willing to sacrifice my mental health for. And work for sure doesn't define us. We're so much more than what we do in our day job. Finding something else that we truly enjoy outside of our work is so important. You might argue, like I said before, that your job makes you feel fulfilled and that you get to realize your self-worth at work. But let me ask you this. What if you lose your job today? Do you have anything else to fall back on? Is your life going to be chaotic and purposeless from now on? Do you have a reason to get up tomorrow morning to embrace another beautiful day? Most of us, I think, can benefit from a diverse life. We all deserve to derive joy and happiness from many other things than work, whether that's a loving relationship or a lifelong friendship or simply a hobby or two. we're less likely to subject to anxiety or depression. Because if one of these pillars in our life fell down, we would still have the rest of them to hold us up. We will become more resilient in the face of adversity and hardships. And we will, sooner or later, find that inner strength to make peace with the world.